So hi folks, I guess everyone must have heard about Afghanistan falling into the hands of the Taliban. Very sad to see disturbing videos and images coming from this war-torn country. Everyone wonders, what was the United States actually doing? This looks like the second biggest failure like Vietnam War.
On my orders, the United States military has begun strikes against al-Qaeda terrorist training camps and military installations of the Taliban regime in Afghanistan. These carefully targeted actions are designed to disrupt the use of Afghanistan as a terrorist base of operations and to attack the military capability of the Taliban regime. Anybody harbors a terrorist, they're a terrorist. If they fund a terrorist, they're a terrorist. If they house terrorists, they're terrorists. I mean, I can't make it any more clearly to other nations around the world. There can be no peace in a world of sudden terror. These terrorists kill not merely to end lives, but to disrupt and end a way of life. We did not ask for this mission, but we will fulfill it. The name of today's military operation is Enduring Freedom. We defend not only our precious freedoms, but also the freedom of people everywhere to live and raise their children free from fear.
So that's how the United States actually entered into Afghanistan, stating that it was terrorism and they were fighting global terrorism and they were fighting the Taliban because of the atrocities that they are committing. Things go really as planned with the United States? I don't think so. Were they successful? Absolutely not. Did they do good reforms for the country? Certainly they did. But what is the use if they develop so much of infrastructure and education and handed it over to the same terrorist organization that they claim to be fighting?
Surrender, Commando, surrender, yells a Taliban member. But the rules of war don't exist on this battlefield. Seconds later, more than a dozen members of the elite special forces have been executed.
Certainly there is no consciousness when it comes to war. And everybody knows that the biggest economy for the United States also has been war so far. Of course, this entire geopolitical matrix will not spare India as well. Now let us look at what George Soros said about our Prime Minister.
Where the democratically elected Narendra Modi created a Hindu nationalist state, imposing punitive measures on Kashmir, a semi-autonomous Muslim.
Would you say that this is actually a declaration of war on another sovereign democratic nation? It is our country. Yes, we are diverse. Yes, we do fight about Hindus and Muslims. But in the end of the day, we are Indians.
People are suffering. People are dying. Entire ecosystems are collapsing. We are in the beginning of a mass extinction. And all you can talk about is money and fairy tales of eternal economic growth. How dare you?
Where is Greta Thunberg? She's not talking about the atrocities of what is happening with Afghanistan people and their women. Where is she? Why is everybody silent? Why is the left lobby so silent? Because there is certainly something very much sinister at play. Let's see what it is. Now we know that they are going to internally try to destabilize us. Now let us look at what they are trying to do externally.
And the worries for India are not limited to what happens inside Afghanistan. It has a direct bearing on India's security. Look at this map now. This is India with China in the north, a perpetual bully intent on breaching borders, and Pakistan in the west, a perpetual nuisance intent on destabilizing Kashmir. Now add a Taliban-run Afghanistan to this equation and India will become the front line against terror and expansionism. It's not a question of if, but when.
India is rising and people don't like it. Every country has their own sovereignty. Every country has their own identity, their culture and their legacy, which is up to the country to preserve. I request every citizen of the world, whether it is a right or a left lobby, to awaken. Awaken yourself. Be prepared. This is not any one-term thing. This seems to be a global agenda behind everything that's happening, and it is all inching towards a new world order. So this is the entire geopolitical matrix. Is it a conspiracy theory or is it not? Let me know your comments and suggestions below. Let us keep it unbiased. Let us keep it mutually respectful. And let us discuss and let us awaken as many people as we can